I absolutely hate how YouTube is integrated with Gmail, because if I switch Gmail accounts, a video that I make will upload to the wrong YouTube account. But anyways, I remember what I wanted to talk about in my last video, and it's people who try too hard. Okay, let me first tell you a story. And this isn't what brought me to this, what's made me start thinking about it. What made me start thinking about this is this girl's blog that I read. But anyway, okay, like I guess it was the last night or the night before last. Me and Abe were like on photo booth taking pictures, and I was like, "Here, take a picture of you sucking on my titty." And he was like, "Okay." And he's like, "You should send it to Andre." So I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so gonna do it. I'm so gonna send it to him." And I did. And of course, like Andre emails back and he's like, "I sent those pictures to your mom, blah 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 blah." But my mom's company got taken over by another company, so her email address changed. But he also sent it to Kelly, which me and Kelly had a good laugh about. But instead of just like, saying that, he wrote a bunch of stuff like, "I'm sure all you think about when you're doing Abe is me. I will never think about you when I meet a girl who I really love, because I'd never liked your appearance nor your stupid character." Like, he just is basically trying to continuously trying to insult me, really, really hard, trying to insult me, and trying really, really hard to be abstract or something like that. And then, I sent him one back, and I was like, "My mom's email address changed, so don't worry about that." And I was just like, um, I said, "You can think whatever you want to about Abe and I, but it doesn't change the reality of the situation." And he was like, "Oh, I don't believe, yeah, I totally believe that it was Abe's idea and not." And it's like, you can think what you want, but it doesn't change the reality of the situation. And basically, he's just trying to insult me. I'm sure you'd love to tell your darling Abe over and over and fuck him all day long. It's not going to cut what you feel inside for me, will it? I'm even sure he'll believe you when you tell him it's not true and all, but deep down you know it is." It's just like, what? Um, no amount of words is going to save you. It's like, am I trying to be saved? Anyways, so that's sort of one example. He's always tried to be like this really abstract, sort of tried really hard to be a deep person, and I don't understand that. I don't understand people who try really hard to be abstract and deep, or people who say, for example, maybe they have their nose pierced, and maybe a couple of ear piercings, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a piercing addict, piercing, piercing, piercing." But it's like, no, you're really not. I mean, you've got like two piercings, and um, or people who drink like two drinks and are maybe a little bit buzzed, but they just like, "I'm drunk, I'm wasted," and go around totally acting completely fucking smashed. What's the point behind it? Why act like somebody you're not? Why propagate an image that is not you? Um, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm the kind of person where I'm very open, and I'm sure you can tell that by my YouTube videos. There's not a lot that I hold back. And that's because I'm not going to take part in something if I'm ashamed of it. Like, for example, Andre saying he sent those pictures to whomever, like, okay, do you think these people don't know that Abe and I are fucking? Do you think that these people have never had sex? I'm pretty sure my mom has. I'm pretty sure she had to have sex to conceive me. I'm pretty sure Kelly and Sean have had sex. I'm pretty sure sex is pretty natural. Like, just because he's never had it doesn't mean that other people look at it as something, you know, taboo, and an image of two people who love each other doing something. I just don't think it's that. I mean, ooh, I don't understand. I mean, and me doing drugs, that's another thing. Me doing drugs. I did it. I'm on methadone. There's not anything I can do to, take back my past. So why like front about it? Why front about it? Why lie about it? Why act like I'm somebody that I'm not? Um, and I want to know the reason why people act that way. Is it because they are concerned with the way that other people look at them? Are they concerned with the way the world perceives them? Are they unhappy with who they may think they are? Or do they just not know themselves at all? I know that as human beings, we all have a lot of trouble knowing ourselves, and none of us know ourselves completely. Um, but we certainly have an idea, and if we can definitely build upon those ideas and strive to know ourselves or strive to learn things about ourselves. And is it because they don't? Is it because they just are shallow as a kiddie pool, or two-dimensional? I don't understand the psychology behind it. I understand the psychology of Andre insulting me. I hurt him, so he feels like he has to hurt me in return. Um, but that's something totally different than kind of what I'm talking about. I don't know. Or is it because these people are sort of obsessed with an image, and that's not who they feel they are or who they feel they could be, but that's how they want to portray themselves? Um, I mean, I've always just been really kind of real. I mean, I'm definitely not a person who doesn't give a fuck. I definitely give a fuck. It's just that I have a very different outlook on things, I suppose, and it's just like I don't see the sense in not being me and not being truthful. And if I'm gonna talk about my life, I am who I am. I do what I do, and if I'm gonna be ashamed of something, I'm not gonna do it. Um, and you know, I just really don't understand the logic behind trying to propagate a self-image that isn't true at all to who you really are. And why would someone do that? Like I said, is it because they don't know who they are, or because they're concerned with the way the world perceives them and they want people to think they're this certain person, or are they unhappy with who they are? It probably depends based upon the person. I'm sure some people are unhappy with who they are and they do want to portray a certain image. And I'm sure other people don't know who they are, so they're just all over the place. That's pretty much Andre. He doesn't know who he is, so he's like completely all over the place. And the case with the girl's blog I read, it's pretty obvious that um, she wants people to think she's like cool and alternative and different and deep and abstract, but it's like it's so easy to tell when someone's being fake. Um, you are who you are. Just be yourself. Don't try to. And to me, it's not hard to not try. I don't know. I don't think there was ever a time when I really acted like. Well, maybe when I was in like junior high school, I was a total jackass back then. I was like, yeah, but everybody's a total jackass in junior high school. No, I don't understand it. So, do you guys have any input?